Welcome to DA Driven,
our new podcast from Depreciating Assets, where we talk about the culture behind cars, bikes, and trucks, your story, your perspective, and your relationship with all things motorsports.
We always say the cars brought us together, people keep us together. This is our opportunity to share those stories with you and for you to share your stories with us. Follow, like, subscribe, do all the things. Appreciate you.
Hello, welcome to this episode of DA Driven. My name is Gil with Depreciating Assets.
Gabriel with Depreciating Assets.
We have Cory Pykiet.
Hello.
Our guest for today. We're gonna, ask him some questions about things that make him who he is and the car community. On that note, we'll jump into it.
Yeah. So we always like to start it off with some lighthearted questions.
All right.
So the first question we always ask is, what's a moment that you truly felt alive?
Man, I think it was probably my first time doing the full mile.
Okay.
Obviously there's things that led up to, there, but that was just one of those, and I have it on videos, you can kind of see my adrenaline leaving the body the first time I ever did it. I had a 06 Mustang supercharged, and, it wasn't that crazy fast, and I think it was I did 159 or something like that.
Okay.
But it was just going that far for that fast, no repercussions of getting into it for that long.
Sure.
And as soon as I just passed that mile, I just started giggling.
Sure.
And it was just, you could just feel the tension just leaving the body once you were just done doing that.
Adrenaline even?
Yeah,
Right?
it was literally, you could just feel it. It was probably one of the most exciting things. I remember just screaming after it was done, just because I was so tense for that long, and once it was done, you went past that, it was just, it was kind of like fear leaving the body. It was just, It was over with.
Where was that at?
That was out in Seward, Nebraska.
Okay.
So out in Seward, Nebraska, they do what they call a Big Blue Mile.
Okay.
And they have a half mile, and then they do a full mile too as well.
Ah.
And it's literally a 2-lane country road that they shut down the way in and out of town, because I think the town has 200 people.
So this was not in Mexico. This was
no. This is all legit.
though.
All legit.
Do they still do that?
Yeah, oh yeah. Big Blue Mile happens every year.
Oh,
Very
we're
cool.
gonna have to look at the Big Blue
Yeah.
Mile.
Yep.
So how far does Sturt from here?
2.5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
2.5
not
hours.
bad.
No, not bad at all.
That's not bad.
No, just head down I-80 and go out there, head out west.
All right. So outside of the cars, what's something that you're passionate about?
Oh, outdoor. We're big outdoors people. We've always been outdoors. When COVID hit, we bought an RV camper because we both work remote.
Yeah.
So we drove that around for about 2 years, just kind of seeing the U.S.
That is
Figuring out where
awesome.
we're going to work. Because as long as we had internet, my laptop, we were working. And so, some days we'd be working down in Texas. The next one we'd drive up to Colorado.
That's pretty cool.
And that was kind of what we did, because we freaked, like everybody, you freaked out. You didn't know what to do. But as long as you were in your own self-contained unit, you could travel wherever you want.
So
There were so
curious.
many people that did that.
I
that's
heard.
That's awesome for them. They got to experience what this country is, and this country is so vast. So many people ask about, and I'm totally sidebarring here.
No, buddy.
So many people talk about traveling Europe and whatever else, and I'm not discrediting that by any means. Latin America, Africa, whatever. The world is gorgeous, but this country is so diverse.
It is.
And huge.
Yeah.
And we kind of did. It's around all the mass things and like that, and that's well, let's just head to Texas, because Texas doesn't care. I'm so
That's
Yeah,
a
that's
head down.
true.
We head down to Texas, and as soon as you cross that border, it was just because no one cared about having a mask. It was no rules, so we spent a lot of time down there just because it was such, you just went to that part of the country because they're thought differently, and it based on, what you felt at that time.
Yeah.
That's what you go with, and that's what we felt like.
We're not making political statements here. We're just telling stories.
No.
So just curious, I'm definitely fascinated about the RV experience, especially during that time.
Yeah.
Did you run into some of the same people in different cities?
A lot of times,
That's
and that
cool.
was hard because we used to always go down to the Margaritaville, and it was nice because you had your own little large.
Is this RV talk?
Yeah.
Margaritaville?
Well, Margaritaville's big company that has a bunch of resorts all over the.
Oh, okay,
over the US.
okay.
And they bought a RV park. This isn't like your normal RV park. It's bougie.
Oh,
It's
okay.
bougie.
Really?
Well, if you're camping in an RV, that's bougie anyway.
Yeah.
That's
the
not
bougie,
camping.
No.
the bougie RV camping.
Oh, so it's bougie of bougie.
But
it's
this
not
is
camping.
minimum length bougie to get in.
What does that?
What does
this
that
mean?
mean? Oh
Meaning
my
that
goodness.
your RV has to be a specific length.
Oh.
It has to be newer than a specific year, so they kind of judgmental when they come in there.
Okay.
Interesting. Margaritaville.
It's
like
different.
It's like the riffraff tax in neighborhoods where they have gates. This is the RV world of that.
There's some of them that only allow Class A's, and you have to be longer than 44 foot.
Wow.
or or longer than 36 feet, and they so I mean our RV was 26 feet, so but so I had to read rules before going in because some of them would say no, it's not because ours is a Class C, not a Class A,
Gotcha.
and some don't allow Class Cs. I mean they're even that strict.
Interesting.
All right, well, if you're into the RV world and you know about this Margaritaville thing, please comment.
Yeah, I want to hear your Margaritaville stories
too. Yeah.
I only thought about the taco ride that we do here in Omaha, Margaritaville. That's where my mind went. So, where are you from and what shaped you?
Really from Omaha. I mean, ended up here because obviously Dad was in Offutt, so
Okay.
Air Force guy, so that led me here. Let us be here.
Thank him for his service.
No, I thought, well, we will. He's passed, but but fantastic person, and that kind of what led me into cars.
Okay.
And having a dad that was just into that when he was younger. Obviously had kids, but I still remember him having 82 IROC Camaro. Sure. I got to drive that quite. That was my first car.
Classic,
I learned how to drive a manual on it, manual 4-speed. So that was the car I learned how to drive a manual on, and just sort of borrowing his cars and getting out there. And then in high school, he helped me doing a Ford F-150 or F-100. It was a 68.
Okay.
Rigger cab, long box, lowered it, did a paint job on it.
And those were already low,
Yeah.
stock,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. The 68 F-150. I mean, you had a choke, so you had to figure out the choke. So did all that, rebuilt the carb on it, and just kind of grew us together, and that took all off.
That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, so well, I guess you kind of mentioned. Well, was that for your first car? That's the car you learned how to drive on. What's your first car story?
Oh man, my first car. So I got baited to go to. So I was supposed to go to like a large school. Well, my parents wanted me to go to a real small school, and so at 14 they said you can go to this big high school and probably get in trouble and do bad things, or you can go to this small school, still get in trouble and do bad things, but they offered me a car if I did that.
Oh, that's a great incentive.
But the car was a 1984 Dodge Aries. It was my great grandma's car that she was too
look that
old.
up. We're gonna have to insert
It's
a
K,
link.
the K car.
Okay.
You got your LeBaron, your Chrysler. I think there's a bunch of different K cars, but they all kind of look the same. 4-door car.
So it looked like a LeBaron.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
It's basically I mean, it was a little boxy type thing.
That's the shape I was thinking initially, but the name didn't jump out at me.
Yeah, it's Dodge Aries. Yeah.
Aries. Okay.
Dodge Aries. It was, I even took a home sub out of my home, and I mounted it on the side of the trunk, so it would rattle the trunk.
Sure.
Didn't make any bass. I couldn't hear anything.
But you knew it was there.
as I went by people, because
everyone else heard it.
Everybody heard it. Everybody thought I had some big bass in there, but no, it was just I literally mounted it to the side of the metal, so it would rattle the metal. And that was my 14er, and I had a pull-out tape deck that I would have to pull out of it too.
Gotcha.
You had to have the pull out.
Yeah, I mean, you walk into high
was
school
it.
with that. You
Did
thought
you
you
do
were
the
big stuff.
steering wheel though? Did you have the radio and the steering
No,
wheel?
nobody wanted to steal that car. They just wanted to
Just
steal
the
the
stuff
radio.
that was in it.
Yeah, it was really worth nothing. It was nothing.
So we've learned, and realistically, like most people that we're having on here, it's like cars aren't just a hobby. It's like it's part of who we are. So when do you think that changed for you? Like when did it become more a hobby, more than a hobby?
I think. Well, at one point, it's become a source of income.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so 15 years ago, my brother and I always used to detail cars together. I mean, we used to just do it at my mom's grandma or driveway, and we'd have the camper and we just put an awning over, and that's what we detail under in her driveway. And we were doing a lot of very, very expensive cars and stuff like that. And so when my father passed, a lot of things were going on between thinking of what to do and what's next, and just kind of had an epiphany. And my brother left his job, and so I decided and said, hey, let's try this detailing thing. Let's see if I can keep you busy enough, because he did the detailing, I did the selling. A lot of people thought I did the detailing. I mean, I can detail a car,
Sure,
but I didn't do most of the
But you
detailing.
did the selling, right?
Yeah,
I spoke to you.
I
so.
posted the photos, and everybody's like, man, you're fantastic. I'm like, I am.
Yes, I am.
I am so good. And my brother didn't want to be in the limelight, so he didn't care.
Sure.
And
By
so
the way, I can attest to a lot of that. That's mostly my life is like the sales guy
Yeah.
versus
No, because that's why I'm like, I love talking to customers. I love doing it. You love detailing. Let me handle this side of the thing. See if I can keep you busy.
Yeah.
And he's now been going. I stepped away about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and he's kind of just filled in and going. I think going on 16 years.
Wow.
That he's been doing it. A lot of interesting vehicles that we've had the opportunity to work on, and
Cool.
a lot of things. You never knew what was coming.
Which is like the coolest car that you've worked on?
So the coolest car we worked on was, I believe, it was a 1932 Tabalogum. It was on an episode of Leno.
Oh, really?
So I don't know there's like an art exhibit downtown. Is it Kaneko?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had a show come in called the Motion on Wheels.
Okay.
And they had all these rare cars come in. I mean, just this car was worth, I think, at the time, like $3.8 million.
Oh, wow.
But they put all these cars on displays. Well, they called us and said, "Hey, we'd like you to clean these cars up before everybody comes in."
Nice.
And so we got that call to go down.
Like,
and,
okay.
yeah, I think we ended up. I think Eric and I counted as like $8 million worth of cars that we ended up doing that day.
Wow.
And
In one
it-
day.
Yeah,
In one
and
day.
it wasn't like there was hundreds of cars. It was like
Just a
it
few,
was like
yeah.
20, 25 cars.
Yeah.
But it was
Omaha,
all the cars
Nebraska.
were there.
For all you East Coasters and West Coasters,
Yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Yeah,
It's
it's
You'd
cars.
be
level.
surprised the cars that come through that are here and come through here. There's some pretty phenomenal cars in this town.
Yeah, we've got some very expensive cars. Favorite one I ever did was a 918.
Nice.
It was I can't remember if it was Riviera Blue or Miami Blue, but it was like that light color blue,
Uh-huh.
and ended up to do that one, and that was probably one of those that was just kind of took that moment back and be
Sure.
like, kind of made it. Now, actually, I did do that one.
That one you
so
did? You
I
like-
did do
you
that
wanted
one.
hands
So
on.
there is a photo of me actually working on it, so I had to document it and make sure somebody documented it.
It's like
I
someone
actually
take a
did.
picture because I'm doing work.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was, and then I got up and walked off. So, but otherwise, that little panel, I had to do that.
So what do you drive now?
Drive now. So the car I enjoy, I bought my high school car I always wanted. I bought a 1996 Integra Type R.
Very nice.
Right-hand drive.
Right-hand drive.
Enjoy it. I love it. It's very simple, easy to work on. It doesn't break. 80,000 miles on it.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
So it doesn't burn a lick of oil. I took it down to Kansas City recently and came back in it. 30 miles a gallon in it. Just a little different driving on the right hand than it is on the left hand, but you get used to it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Anything done to it?
It's basic stuff. It's just got, intake, header, and exhaust.
Okay.
Otherwise and it's got suspension work,
Mhm.
Volk T37s on it.
Yeah.
I kind of looked at ones, but I didn't want somebody that just rotted one out.
Mhm.
So I was looking at one that was just like, okay, just basic things that I know really wouldn't crazy impact it. But it had to be white, had to be under 100,000 miles on it. And then the Volks were a nice little addition when I got it too.
And did you have to do any work to it, or?
None.
Oh, so
Change
nice,
oil.
So you got a really good one. All
Yeah,
right,
change
perfect.
oil. So
Great condition.
the company that I use, it's called Top Rank International, very well-known company that imports cars. When they bring it over, they do like your fuel filter, oil change all the fluids, change all the pads, kind of go through the car, register it for you too as well.
Oh, wow.
So it came with a title with it. So 15 minutes in and out of the DMV, in and out,
Nice.
registered in
Fantastic.
and out.
So this question, just because I know the answer to some of the things, what else do you have in your garage?
Oh, I know. I know the story's going.
He's baiting it right now because that's actually not on the list.
I am a.
It is now.
It is now, and that might be good. I know. I enjoy. I'm an EV advocate. I do enjoy driving EVs. I think they have.
I'll be back, guys. I'll
Yeah.
be back in like an hour.
EV advocate. How about that?
I think they have their time and place.
Yes.
And they're not a complete replacement for everything.
Mm-hmm.
But if you understand how they work, you understand what your expectations are of it, and you understand the nuances that come with it. I can't think of a better car just to have as a second car.
Mhm.
You definitely need a primary gas car.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you can have something like that where your wife drives or she works from home or something like that, it's the most
Or
amazing
you
car.
decide to drive yourself. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I did drive it here.
So
Oh yeah, what
so-
did you drive?
So she
here,
never
sir?
drives it. Yeah, she works from home. Great car. Yeah, really selling all the non-EV people on here. So moving right along here.
But I brought it out to you guys' roll races multiple
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
I did the 750 class at Ice Cream Cruise and went 3 rounds in it.
Oh nice.
It'll run 750 every time.
Yeah,
752,
on
751
point, yeah.
every single time. It's just
Well, it's like a video game. You just like press a couple buttons and then you don't press the gas pedal because it doesn't have one. But you just and then it just goes.
it is the dumbest, easiest car to drag race.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, and
Yes.
it's a no-brainer, which is weird. That all those tracks kind of came out now about
I know.
not wanting
we
those
had a conversation about
those
this.
on there, and yeah, so it's interesting to see. I understand the aspect of it and insurance and legality.
Mhm.
So it'll be interesting to see how many tracks either fall in suit or don't. Luckily, our local track said, "Come out. We'd like your support."
Well, I
Or
figure
how it unfolds over time.
Yeah.
because at some point, like I'll talk a bunch of smack about EVs, and I will continue to talk a bunch of smack about EVs for a long time. But as far as the tracks go, like if they up their safety protocol and their safety equipment on the property, then they could potentially bring them back in to be able to race.
Right.
I think it'll be market driven, right? Because also depending on if there are more EVs, you're going to have more customers who are going to want to race them.
Sure.
Drag
Yeah,
race
is it
them.
worth
So
that
then you-
initial investment
Exactly.
in order
Correct.
to,
Is the juice worth
bring
the
it in?
squeeze?
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And that's probably where they're at. Is there wasn't enough support to do it. Just cut them out. And
Yeah,
stuff
we're
like
not going to make the investment because it's
Right.
only 2% or whatever the data is.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, we're going to
electric
lose
vehicles.
more than we're going to do to keep them around.
Yeah.
But it is interesting to read the comments, though.
It's
I mean, I'm
fantastic.
scrolling through. I keep pretty quiet, but I
I
was reading the
love
comments.
it.
I like to poke this one every now and again.
Yeah.
That was earlier this week, hence why it's like fresh.
That was like yesterday.
So, but I've had it. Guys come to me and like, "Hey, that's not a real Mustang." I'm like, "I know, but I can beat you." So what does that make?
How about you race me?
Yeah. But
Have
is
we
yours
raced?
faster? There might be one that is faster, but it's yours. What color is your faster Mustang? That's what you always got to ask.
So you mentioned the road race that you've brought out, the Mustang. What is your favorite DA event?
I think the roll races. And I'm fortunate that it's just a Mach-E and I can go out there, but I can participate because when you guys have your car shows, obviously I'm not going to bring the wife's Mach-E to show that off and pop the hood and show all the goods under the hood. So that gives me
You're
opportunity.
a right-hand drive Integra.
Right,
Yeah.
that gives me that
Yeah.
opportunity. Yeah, and that gives me that opportunity then to kind of go and do that. And like the cruises and stuff like that, I'll take the Integra and go out on that. And so that's kind of why it's nice. But I am going to take the Integra roll race, and a 190 horsepower Fury ain't going to get me very far.
It'll make a lot of noise though.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of people like, "Hey man, let's race." I'm like, no.
And I don't have a turbo. It's just
I get that a lot in traffic. It's like this guy came up with his brand new Camry and was like revving at me. I'm like, "Bro, you're gonna dust me." I'm like, "No, let's not do this.
Yeah, let's not do this.
Let's not do this. I'm gonna turn the radio up a little bit more, roll the window up, and just go."
She's pretty and different. That's it.
It ain't gonna go nowhere. Everybody thinks it's fast, and
What's
she ain't gonna go nowhere.
a DA event that stands out in your mind?
I always think your tactical AD events are good too. And the fact that you guys do the roll racing to me is really nice, and that's why I come out to like the track because I just want to support the events that go on.
Appreciate
and even though people be like, "Oh my God, you bring a Mach-E to a roll race," money's money. You guys want the $40 on there, $50 on there. I want to make sure these events happen, and I live 10 minutes from the track. So I'll go up there Friday night right at 5, get in and out in a couple hours and go home. But at least I'm supporting, giving that money to the track to keep it around.
And I'm sure, in your defense, is like it is probably pretty cool to be like, yeah, I didn't have to do anything. All I did was show up and I smoked you.
Yeah, I had to make sure it was plugged in.
Yeah. No one
You need a
checked it
charge.
out.
Yeah, I didn't have to drive to CB, charge it, and drive back again, which I've had to do before.
All right. So what is it about the community that you enjoy?
Here I think it's the vast amount of just different cars, and you never know what's going to show up. That's why those cars and coffee events are nice. You just never know what people are going to decide to pull out of their cars. That Supercar Saturday, if people have seen videos of those that we have, and all those events that you guys do, you just never know what's going to show up. And just seeing some of those cars roll out, you're like, thanks for bringing. It's like the guy with the GTD that's driving that car around everywhere and beating on it and driving it during the winter. It's like, that's cool to be
each
able
their
to
own,
see.
right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Supercar Saturday, that's our buddy Jamal. He does a phenomenal job with those. Look them up. Supercar Saturday Omaha, I believe is what it is.
Yeah, and All Euro is another one, same thing, like
All
just
Euro
the
Expo.
cars, and like what makes it kind of unique with I feel like we have a little bit of a niche, Supercar Saturday has a little bit of a niche, and then All Euro has a little bit of a niche, and there is a little bit of bleed in each respective lane, so to speak, but there's just so many unique things you maybe won't see it at our event, you're only going to see it at All Euro, you're only going to see it Supercar Saturday. So I'll kind of echo that, like the community here is really special.
No, and that's kind of what I like about bringing the Type R out is, not a lot of people have seen them. Not a lot of people have been around them, and that's kind of the fun part is bringing it out. And it's, when I bought it, my wife was just, "You're an idiot. You're spending that much money on it." But then, we went out the first night I had it, and we drove. I was like, "Let's just drive through downtown."
Sure.
And as soon as we pulled to a light, you just hear the guys our age just like,
Of course.
"That's a badass Integra."
Yeah.
And she's like, "What did you buy?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "This is what everybody my age."
Honey, you don't
that
understand what this is. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm like, and she hates because she always gets in on the wrong side every single time.
You're not driving, honey.
Yeah, I turn the wipers on accidentally instead of turning the blinkers on. It just annoys you, but it's bringing your cars out to let other people enjoy them.
Yeah.
Is kind of the fun and just having people tell you it's fake and telling you the reason why. I got a lot of that ice cream cruise and people say, "No, it's not a real one." It's like, actually, it is.
Well,
It is.
sure. All the
It
paperwork.
is. It is.
So with all that said, I guess it kind of leads into the next question. Like, what could be better, if anything?
Ooh, I think we need a quarter-mile track. So I'm an old schooler here. I've been to Scribner. That's where we used to run back in the day. It's about an hour and 15 drive up north of Fremont. I think of Northtown, whatever. But quarter-mile track would be great. I think if more people got into road racing, and doing those versus like the roll racing is great, but the road courses where you separate the men from the boys. I mean,
it's a
different
totally
experience.
different skill set, and it's a different experience.
Yeah,
for sure.
I've done a lot, and I've ran that road course a lot, and I've done the roll racing, and there's absolutely nothing more fun than that road course, and it teaches you how bad a driver you actually are.
Yeah, well, and also how to drive your car.
Yeah.
Like how driving. And we were talking earlier about when it snows, you turn off all the traction, you do donuts and stuff. Driving any vehicle, especially if it's your own, at its limits, teaches you not only about yourself but about the vehicle.
Right.
And then when you're driving it on the street, if there were an emergency situation, if anything was going on, it actually builds your skill level.
Yeah.
So
how
it's
to
super important.
overcorrect it, how to
Yeah.
get it back straight, all those stuff. Not to put the clutch in when you're coming out of a corner. I mean, those are all things I learned too, because as soon as you let that clutch out, she just
That's
wants to
right.
go 360,
That's
and it's
right.
just you learn those types of things, and that's the only way to learn it.
Yeah.
It's the only way to learn it.
So if cars were not a part of your life, what would you miss?
I think probably all my friends.
The people
I
around
mean,
the cars.
they're-
That's a common response.
We're in 1320. I ran with Kyle when I knew Kyle was only like 16, 17 years old, just a nerd kid that used to hang around stereo shops, because I worked at Stereo West for many years too as well, and that's kind of where I met everybody, and that was like the hub back in the day, because we didn't have much of the internet. It was like I remember just getting email. And we started our Omaha Racing Board way back in the day, and used to have to just put a little flyer in somebody's car and say, visit this website.
What was the?
So PHBB boards back in the day, they're message boards.
Okay.
Like what you have, big ones are like, I know Honda Tech, and so back in the day there was no social media websites.
Mm-hmm.
We just had websites that were forums.
Message boards.
Yeah, message boards, and,
Yeah, yeah.
and we had one for Omaha, and that's kind of how I'm still friend. I think 25 years ago. And there's still a lot of people I run with that I still know.
How
and kinda go
interesting.
there.
Haven't heard of that before. That's
Yeah,
kind of
it's
cool.
kind of crazy. I've heard some crazy stories.
Like a
about
forum.
schools.
Like
Yeah.
the old school
Oh yeah,
forums.
those forums. That's where we used to, and that's where we used to post videos of us racing.
Oh,
We
wow.
troll each other, call each other out. We had call out sections
Yeah.
and all that stuff. We tried to run a list at some point too as well. But
Has that
just
gone
kinda fun.
anywhere? Is anyone running that now, or
No,
that's just
social media killed that stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Social
I mean,
media killed
but
that.
did it move? I guess it moved over to everything.
Yeah, now it's Facebook
Everything.
groups
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It kind of it moved it because more people have the Facebook, and
Yeah.
it's easier to go through that.
And there's a group for everything on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
true.
but yeah, I'd probably say friends, because a lot of guys I've known 25, 30 years that just through cars,
Yeah.
and that's how I know them.
Yeah.
And that's why I like events like the ice cream cruise, is because there's sometimes people I only see, that is literally the only time I see them is that once
It's a
a year.
reunion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after
reunion.
after 30
Yeah.
years of doing that and 20 years of doing it, and you get to see, that's like the only time you actually get to see those people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you focus on right now?
Work is a big thing. I'm getting into jet skiing. So I used to jet ski, and then I kind of took a little time away from it. But now I just bought the most badass jet ski.
Did you get a
in the
nice
world.
one?
Oh, I got the baddest one.
How fast? Top speed on it?
Right now, just with the speed limiter removed, 79 is my fastest.
That's cooking on
And
the
it's
water.
com-
That
it's-
is
it's
cooking
It's
on the
completely
water.
stock.
And that's stock.
Yeah, it's the new CD 325.
Okay.
So it's 325 horsepower.
Oh my god.
On a
jet
jet
ski?
ski?
That's crazy.
Jeez.
And you can mod that.
Yeah. I'm just at base right now. So doing new charge pipes on it, do a new blow off valve on it, change out the intercooler on it. It'll run 82, 83.
Wow.
Just
That's
normal.
Can you do ethanol on those things?
You can go crazy.
Okay.
There's a lot of guys that, I think right now it's like 142, 144 on some of those things.
Jeez,
They're
that
just
is
going nuts.
cooking on
Yeah.
the water.
But
Wow.
it's like, if they look at it, it's like $1,000 almost, like a mile per hour, just to get another mile per hour on
it
those
gets
things.
real expensive
It's
fast.
insane.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
insanely expensive. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do basic things. And
Yeah.
I mean,
low 80s is fine for
I
me.
would say where you're at now is plenty fast.
Yeah.
Don't be wrong.
Unless you go to
Just
the
curious.
Ozarks.
Oh yeah, I was wondering where do you have the length here locally?
I go to Fremont a lot.
Fremont.
Okay.
Yeah, Fremont. You got that little circle.
Okay.
Get out there early in the morning. It's all glass.
Nice.
And just go.
Rip it.
Got my own private lane, but it's speed limit 45. So I'm on my
Do they
second.
really enforce that?
I'm on my second warning.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my second warning.
Sorry, I interrupted you right as you were saying that. I'm on my second warning.
No. Best. I was guilty both times.
How many warnings do you get?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
We're about to find out.
All right, we're going to circle back on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
And
particular
how
topic.
do they get to you with this? Like, is it you get a note under your door? Do
So
they get you when
both
you're
times I got
docking?
pulled over. I didn't know we had a
Okay.
lake patrol.
Oh, so you have a
Yeah,
lake
it's got a lake patrol written on the side of the boat.
Oh wow.
And
wow.
I went right by them.
Do they have radar? Are they?
No,
Are they just
top speed limit's 45.
Okay.
And when you roll by them doing 80,
It's a big difference.
Yeah, they know that you're going.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
they can judge that.
I'm going
judge that
45,
speed.
sir, and you blew by me,
Yeah.
so therefore you're going more than 45.
Sorry, I had that in kilometers per hour. My bad. I switched it back. We're good now. We're
This
good
was
now.
important for me. If you saw my garage, you'd understand.
Yeah. It's different.
All right, so this is the fun part. Rapid fire questions.
Okay.
All right, just answer which is your response.
All right.
Street or track?
Track.
Loud or fast?
Fast.
Build or buy?
I used to be a build guy, but not to buy it. Just buy it.
Understood.
Not hating on that at all.
No.
Night drives or sunrise?
Night drives.
NA or forced?
Forced, yeah.
Okay, this is a good one. Gas, diesel, electric, or hybrid?
Man. Can I rate them?
No.
Or rank them?
It's
Well,
one.
you can do one.
I
we
guess
can do
one and two.
One, two.
Yeah.
We do top two.
Gas and electric.
Gas,
I mean,
electric,
one and
all
two.
right. See,
I mean, 100%.
I had a feeling gas was
Yeah.
going to be there,
Yeah.
but I need some electric.
They're pushing each other. You know, they're pushing each other.
So last one, and this was actually a handwritten one in. Windows up or down?
Down.
Yes.
Okay.
Windows.
That's a
down.
new one. That's a new one.
So we were talking about that just the other day,
Which is
and
why it's handwritten on
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how there's some people that always drive with the windows up, and then there's some folks that it's windows down. Like the other day when we had 50-degree weather, I was like, shoot, heat up, windows down. I mean, I just want to feel the air.
Turn your heat seaters on and roll the windows
That's
down.
it. That's it. You're like, you don't want to be freezing, but you want to feel the air around you.
Yeah.
And some folks they might just do sunroof, or some folks are just AC all the time.
As long as you're not the convertible guy with the windows up.
Hey.
That's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing.
So when one of the times
I'm
that
not
the
a
Lucid
convertible
had
fan
some
at all.
problems, one of the times the Lucid had some problems, they gave me a Stingray, convertible Stingray.
Mm-hmm.
It was way too cold to have the top. Up. Well, it was warm enough to have the top down, but way too cold to not have the windows up. So windows were up. Heat seaters were on. Heat was blasted, and I was like, "This is the best thing ever."
Yep.
I had it for like 4 days. It was
Enjoyed
fun,
it.
and I gave it back and got my car back. So it worked out.
Advice for someone new to the scene.
Don't listen to anybody.
I like it.
That's great.
Just don't listen to anybody.
Do you?
No.
Don't do you?
Oh,
do,
no.
Like do yourself. Do whatever you want to do.
Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many people that always don't like what you have, doesn't like something. You try to appease everybody, you're never gonna be happy.
Sure.
Just do what you want to do.
That's also been echoed a couple times. Like, just get what you like.
Just do what you know. That's
Your
when
money.
Yeah. When I was searching for the
It's
car,
your money. Use it when you need it.
I was searching for my last car, and that's what kind of the wife hit me with. And you know, I was like, I don't really know what I want. You know, I have that problem that, you know, there's a bunch of things that I think I want, but she's like, what do you really want? I'm like, honestly, I want a Hacker Integra, Type R. You know, I said, but you'll never let me spend that much on something so old, and that's gonna do it. And she's like, if that's what you want, get it.
It's gonna appreciate.
It's kind
Oh,
of
for
steady,
sure.
you know, but with every year that ticks on, you can import more. And the next model is sitting on the horizon to get over. As soon as
Gotcha.
as soon as next year hits,
Gotcha.
we can import the DC5.
Gotcha.
Which
Is
will-
that 2 headlight, right?
That's the RSX.
Oh.
So the Acura RSX, but they have a Civic. It's a Type R that you can get around.
Yeah,
and drive.
my opinion, your Integra is way more badass than an RSX.
You get a K series in the RSX though.
Yeah, but looks-wise, like, if you want to go fast, there are plenty of things you can do to make your car go fast. Like, looks-wise, that's the body. So, but maybe that's my generation, too, because
But
we're
no,
about the same age, right?
And that's what I like about the right-hand drive one is it's got different headlights, and so everybody
Yeah, you have
knows,
the Honda
everybody
headlights.
knows. Yeah, everybody knows that car shouldn't be here, and so once they see those headlights, that's kind of lets it know. But yeah, if I had the choice of two sitting in front of me, I would take my body style.
Yeah, I would too.
I'm more familiar with the B series motor that's in it than any other ones.
So just to maybe go back a second, because I heard the response was don't listen to anyone, but maybe don't listen to anyone but your spouse.
Yeah.
No, forget about that. This is not a relationship show.
Sometimes, you just got to go with it, you know. And the jet ski was one of those where she sent me out and she, you can go buy a jet ski, and I went and bought the most badass jet ski.
Yeah, she
I
didn't
did get in
specify.
trouble. I did get in trouble on that one, but she doesn't enjoy the fast, so she'll cruise at 20-25 on it.
Awesome. Well, so if anything that you said, I'm sure it's gonna stand out for folks, resonate for folks. If anyone wanted to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
You know, Exotic Detail of Omaha at gmail.com is one of the emails that I still have, you know, that are still set up out there. Still helping the brother, you know, but right now I just kind of run an aftermarket for a local dealership here. You know, we've got 27 locations.
Nice.
So I'm in charge of every time we do something upfit or anything like that, or a car falls off a hill that was supposed to be detailing, you know, all those things all those phone calls I get during the day, you know, that kind of deal with it. But it's really great. I mean, it's the most beautiful job I could ever have. I mean, it's a fantastic job.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Spend other people's money all day long.
Yeah, that's not a bad way to.
Working on cars and something which is a passion for you.
And
Still
spending
don't-
other people's money in the process.
Yeah.
I still don't work on cars. I enjoy. So that's one of the things I'll say is I love cars. I can't stand working on cars.
Well, so what you do with that company is what then?
I just manage sales.
Oh, so but it's car auto
Oh,
sales,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
So
You're
auto
working
industry,
on
auto
cars,
industry,
but you're
yeah.
not.
Not
working-
physically.
I'm not out there
Yeah,
cranking.
yeah.
Nobody wants
Industry.
me. Yeah, nobody wants me out there cranking
Yeah.
bolts. You know,
Absolutely.
I've learned that just let other people.
Yeah.
Just let other people who enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
Just, you do that.
Yeah.
I'll drive it.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you. Appreciate you being part of the DA community. Appreciate you coming out today. It warms our hearts.
No,
very much.
you guys have done a fantastic job. You guys keep on growing, keep on doing all your events. I'll come out, keep on supporting, and bring whatever I have out there to get out and enjoy it. You know, it helps people get out of the house. And sometimes your events are the only time I do get to see certain friends.
Awesome.
I mean, that's the same thing as you just run into people from there.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thank you all for joining, taking the time to watch this, listening to Cory. We look forward to continuing this show and getting more guests on.
Follow, like, subscribe, do all the things. Appreciate you guys. On the next one.
Thanks.